I really need to update that bumper. It's no longer accurate.
Well, it works. You know whose channel you're watching with that.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny because like it's no longer called the Crankcast.
Well, but that's the same intro that you used for basically everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, but it says the Crankcast written across it as a little pitfall dude running across.
I didn't even catch that because
I'm so lazy. I really need to update that. I'll figure it out. But hello, everybody. It's 2023, and this is no longer the Crankcast. I am Pete, the EverCanadian, joined by Crow, the Crow Continuum, Crow Evercade, Crow Pinball, Crow.
One more.
Hey, look at this. Stacy's in the house. My first and only member of the channel. Hey, Stacy, welcome. Word. welcome to the
What special
show.
Privileges does Stacy get for being
Stacy
a member?
Gets what does Stacy get? Discord access if he wants it. He gets special icons, special emojis, members only polls, and stuff like that. Yeah. I only have one member, and it's Stacy.
That's why I don't have members, is because it's too much work.
No, but it's all automatic, right? Because you just go in, hey, Brian, you just go into your, you honestly, all you need to do is just go into your community tab, and when you make a post, just tag it members or make a poll.
You have to make a community post.
You should have members because you would kill it with membership, dude.
You have to have emojis. You have to have
they're super. Hey, dude, if I can do an emoji, anybody can do an emoji.
Well, I've done emojis before.
I literally just recolored my logos, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I
did this for a brief time. I was on Twitch.
Oh, you were on Twitch?
Yeah, I was a partner on Twitch for a little while, and then I was like, I don't really like streaming all that much, on Twitch. So I told them to take away my partnership.
He's like, you know what? Just take it away.
Well, because when you're a Twitch partner, you can't upload the stream to YouTube for a day or so.
Oh.
And I didn't want to deal with that. I was like, no, I want to do it on YouTube if I'm going to do it on Twitch as well. So I told them to take away the partnership. That way, they couldn't revoke it because I did that.
Awesome. You know what? We've renamed the podcast. This is the Hot Dog Show.
Is it now?
Podcast.
Now you got me excited.
Because it is called what's it called? What's the new name of the show?
Yeah, what is it?
Home of the Dopest original gaming show. Hot Dogs.
What? Wait. Is Hot Dogs actually in the name?
No, you take the first letter of every word spells hot dogs.
Oh, you did that on purpose.
100% I did it on purpose. It took me the entire day to figure that out.
Home of the
Dopest? Dopest original gaming show.
The Dopest original gaming show. Almost sounds like the original next level generation gaming or whatever that was.
Yeah, kind of. That is the Hot Dog Show.
Okay,
what better name for a show than the Hot Dog Show? Between you and I.
Since it somehow boils down to hot dogs.
Yeah, exactly. The number one perk becoming a member is knowing that you're helping. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It helps channel grow. Yeah, for sure. I really appreciate it. And no ketchup on the dog. Hey, only in Chicago. I respect Chicago.
No, that's universal.
No, it's not. Just because somebody wrote a song about mustard and relish on a hot dog. What's that?
Is there a song about a hot dog?
Yeah, there's actually a song out there called I Like My Hot Dogs with Mustard and Relish. Something like that. Big Leagues. Is it? No, not Big Leagues. One of the old songs. I forget what it was. Somebody in chat will know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All I know is what comes on a hot dog. There's only two types of hot dogs I'll accept.
So it's a mouthful to say the name of the podcast, but actually just call it the Hot Dog Show or the Hot Dogs Podcast. That's us.
Yeah, the Hot Dog Show where we talk about video games.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, you know what? Oh man, I just thought of something. Okay,
we're the greatest gamers too. We're the best gamers, Crow. We're the best.
I think I could do something totally appropriate for this in this game now. For that.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna do. I have that skin also. I know what you're gonna do. But it's really cool. So what's this? If you're new to the channel, what do we talk about here? Me and Crow just hang out. We're YouTube buddies. We're friends. We've known each other going 3 years now, Crow?
Yeah, 2 years, 3 years, something like that.
Yeah. And so we just talk every now and then. It's totally unscripted. We just have fun. We focus on a lot of stuff we're interested in playing. Like Crow is big on pinball and gaming and retro and modern.
I just realized they ruined this car.
Yeah, they put that stupid barbecue on the back. No,
they put ketchup on it.
Yeah, I told you. Ketchup and mustard. It must be a Canadian hot dog car.
I don't know.
Over the foot long. And so in my channel, I focus a lot on handheld stuff. Crow has 4 different channels. Check it out. I think I have the links to all Crow stuff. It'll be in the links to the show notes anyway when I update them. But we talk about Playdate, Steam Deck, video games in general. We talk about all kinds of stuff, whatever's interesting us.
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter what the topic is of the podcast because you can wind up talking about anything because
literally,
that's what happens.
Fun way to end a week if you end your week on Sundays or start your week on Sundays. It's just I don't really do a lot of live casting. So, Crow, you don't do a lot of live stuff either, eh?
No, I used to, and I occasionally think about it because I stopped doing it because I would do it randomly whenever I felt like I could do it. But really, the best way to do it is to have a schedule, and I just couldn't think of
Then it's work though, right? When you have a schedule, don't it feel like work?
Yeah, exactly, and I don't want it to feel like work.
Yeah.
So I just went back to what I was doing, and it's like if I'm going to play games, it's just play it on my own time, and I'll make edited videos. Because that's what I really like doing.
Yeah, me too. And I did a lot of live streaming for about 6 to 8 months a couple years ago, and I really enjoyed it. But I felt like if I didn't do it, I felt like it became really restrictive and schedule wise, and I felt like I was doing it not for fun. But I'd rather do this type of podcast where we're just chilling. You're playing a game. I'll play a game in a second. I want to show another game in my road to convince Crow to buy a Playdate. I'm hoping this one is the game that does it. But yeah, we don't even schedule this. It'll show up every couple of weeks. Could show up weekly. It could show up once a month. You never know when you're going to hear the Hot Dog Cast. It used to be called the Crank Cast, but now it's called the Hot Dog.
Well, yeah, because I was thinking, it's like maybe in 2023 I'll start doing a stream again because I know I could do one on Sundays. And it's like it would be Sunday morning, like when you used to do that other podcast Sunday morning.
Oh yeah, Good Morning Gamers.
Yeah, something like, and I was like,
someone stole my name and called this show called Good Morning Mario. But he actually sent me a note. He sent me a note. He's a big YouTuber, and he said, "I love your podcast." Just saying, I've got a show called Good Morning Mario, but and I said, "Oh, you stole my name," and I'm joking. He goes, "No," he goes, "But I did watch your show." But it was really cool for him to just DM me. I
didn't steal the name of your show, but that's where I got the idea from.
Yeah, but it's just kind of funny. But yeah, and it's open, so anytime you have a question, just reach out and ask. If we feel like answering it, we will. And that means if we have the knowledge necessary to answer the question.
Well, and if we don't, we can make up an answer, and you'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. So Gigi got a question here. Okay, we're going to get tons of Evercade stuff because we both love the Evercade. So we're just going to answer this one. Hi, Happy New Year. Do you guys, Happy New Year, Gigi. Do you guys think the next Evercade will be an Evercade branded fight stick for the platform? I think you might be onto something. I honestly think, I think it might be.
Funny?
Yeah.
Yesterday during the, well, not yesterday, it was Friday, wasn't it? During the Evercast.
No, it was Saturday. It was yesterday.
Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday morning. That's right.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
I don't know what day it is. I don't work.
No wonder you can't pass that level.
Yeah, I didn't work Friday. I don't work tomorrow. It's a 4-day weekend. And I'm confused. So I never really got to answer my prediction about what would be coming out. And that's what I was going to say. It'd either be, if they were going to do something hardware for 2023, it'd either be an arcade style fight stick or it would be not that.
It's hard to talk and play at the same time, isn't it?
Well, even if I wasn't talking, the same thing would happen. Or it would be like, I'd hope to be like a controller that would have a built-in dial or a trackball to control those other type of games. But I don't think that they'll do a wireless controller.
Yeah, I think the wireless is probably not enough markup there for them. And I'm okay with that, even though I've wanted it. But what do you think a combo arcade stick, like an arcade stick that is fairly, like, maybe 18 inches long, that has the arcade stick on it and the dial, the spinner, the whole works?
Yes,
do you think that's possible?
I mean, that's possible. When I say a controller with a trackball and dial, if they were to throw a joystick in there as well, that would count. So I guess any sort of arcade controller in general, whether or not it's just a joystick, or if it's going to have a joystick and a spinner and a dial, or if it's just a spinner and a spinner and a dial, same thing. Trackball is what I meant.
Yeah, I think that's really something that we could see this year. I don't think we're going to see any, God, knock on wood,
hardware.
I don't think, I don't even know if my desk is wood. Maybe.
Well, you know what? If they do hardware, what it's going to be is either going to be a new color for the EXP or a new color for the VS.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a new color for both, to be honest with you. It's a no-brainer because all you have to do is change that part of the assembly system is like, you don't have to create, I don't think we're going to see a new console or new big hardware. We're going to see minor accessories, right? Like a stick or something like that.
Yes, yeah, it'd be something, an accessory, not hardware.
Yeah, not hardware, not actually full blown. But then again, nothing surprised me with that company anymore.
You know what'd be a cool thing to have for the VS is if they had an accessory you could plug in that allowed you to plug even more cartridges in. And
that's what I was thinking. Wouldn't that be awesome? All of them,
you could have a deck, you could plug 50. You could plug 50 cartridges into it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome. Oh, we got Play Ann. Cool. Hey, yeah, welcome to the channel. Hey, dudes. I love that already. Ordered a Steam Deck, and I'm so excited for it to arrive. What games do you guys think are the best ones now? Okay. This one's not on sale, but I'm addicted to this game. I bought it with my Steam Bucks. It's called Marvel Midnight Suns. It is amazing. It's not on sale, though, so it's full retail. That's the one game I highly recommend. The game is amazing. I got a video coming out at midnight tonight. It's dropping. It's a crashy, buggy masterpiece. That's all I'm saying on the Steam Deck. Other games on the Steam Deck. Or on the Steam, I should say.
I could tell you what I've already bought.
Okay, you go ahead, and I'll follow.
Actually, I have one. The last stuff I bought it already 2 different transactions. I have one of them here, and that's the most recent one. I bought. Now I haven't played some of these. I haven't a Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. That was $4.79, and I bought Luminous Remastered. That was $4.49, and then I also bought almost all the season passes for Tekken 7.
Where do you see your purchase history?
I'm actually just looking at the email they sent me. But yeah, that might be a better.
Can you see where your purchase history is at?
Probably. You know what? I could probably see it from my phone if I have the Steam app installed on it, which I do. So let's see if winter sale menu. Your store, point shop, categories. There's got to be a account details, maybe.
Anybody know where you
store and purchase history. View purchase history. Okay, if I went to I went to my account. If you go to your account, there should be something under something that goes to purchase history. So now I can see everything.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. This is good. I just want to make sure because I bought a lot of games during the Steam sale.
You did. I spent apparently $100 on Christmas Eve on Steam games.
Oh, it's not showing my purchase history. Maybe I did too much. I'm trying to view my purchase history.
And all this stuff was on my wish list.
Oh, here it is.
So I bought a game called The Pinball Wizard, which I have not played yet. I bought Darius Burst Chronicle, which was on sale for around $20 or so. And the reason I bought it, I had to buy it, is because I have an ultra widescreen monitor now, and that game is more than ultra widescreen. So I wanted something to really take advantage of that.
Right.
And then I bought Double Dragon 4. I don't have the price of that.
Double Dragon 4? Like the actual new one that came out? That's not that great, actually, but...
Yeah, that one's... Well, okay, I'll tell you why I bought it. It was $1.48.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I bought a game called... Somebody was telling me about for a long time, called The Coin Game. And what it is it's a simulation of... you know how, like, when you go to an arcade and they have all the redemption machines?
Yeah.
It's the redemption machine. So you have the coin pusher games. You have all those weird games where you win tickets, then you collect the tickets and you can buy stuff. And it gets really weird because you could actually take a go-kart and drive around a town too. So I just dabbled in that a little bit. There's another game called, and that was $11.89, but another one called The Creature in the Well, which is, I think it's either pinball-like or it's a overhead shooter-like. I can't even remember. That was $3.97. Zombie Rollers is another pinball game, $4.77. Flipper Volcano. This was almost more like a mobile game. I think you could get it on your phone, but it actually was just recent release, and it was $1.58. No, wait, I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of Infinity Pinball. That was $8.89. That's the one I'm thinking of.
You mean there's actual pinball games out there that you didn't own?
Oh yeah, there's tons of them. There's so many of them. There's another one called Say No More, which is a comedy game where the whole premise of the game is everybody asks you to do things, and the goal is to only say no. That's something I want to actually make a video.
Isn't there a movie similar to that?
Say No More?
No, isn't there a movie where somebody can only say yes or say no to stuff, or only tell the truth?
I think you're thinking of Liar Liar with Jim Carrey.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah.
But I saw the trailer for the game. It looked really weird, and I put it in my wish list. And now finally, it was I was like, oh, $7.16. I'll buy it. Okay.
How many games of those games have you bought during the winter sale that you've actually tried so far?
Well, one of them was a Hot Wheels, the game I'm playing now, but a upgrade pack. I got the Game of the Year upgrade pack, which was $11.94. So I hadn't actually played the game before. I just had it in my library for a long time, and then I bought the upgrade pack, and then I started playing it because of the monitor, and then I can't stop playing it. So yeah, and then got another one called.
That's sad. The icon don't come across.
It's like Ever the
But
Goat.
now you know what I named that icon. Obi-Wan. It's the Obi-Wan icon. I call him Ever, which is EverCade, the Goat.
Oh, I see it in the actual chat, though. Yeah.
Doesn't go across. But it's if you're looking at the real chat, it's actually Stacy. I'm glad you chose that one. That's the Goat. That's the greatest Jedi of all time, in my opinion.
What's really funny now is I'm seeing games on here I don't even remember buying.
Okay, so Midnight Suns, I got to tell you, I'm addicted to that game. I tried to stay away from it. It's Galaxy of Heroes on mobile, Star Wars, Galaxy of Heroes, or Raid, the Raid mobile game that every YouTuber sponsors.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what that genre of game is, but Midnight Suns is that. Bye, Stacy. Thanks for checking out, and thanks again for being a member. I've shouted you out so many times. I appreciate all your support, buddy. Thanks for joining the channel. So it's that style game, Crow, which I don't know what that genre is called or what. Like
I vaguely I saw a video somebody explaining the game because I was like, I have no idea what kind of game this is, and now I've already forgotten what kind of game it is.
Yeah, so Galaxy of Heroes, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is the exact same style. The combat, only the combat, but. So I was very reticent to get that because that's not my style of game. But Crow, when I got into it, there's so much more to this game. You have a hub space that you have a fully realized created character who's a superhero. You create your own character. It's card based too, so you have to get your own action cards.
Oh, okay.
You've got crafting. You've got little small dungeons. It's just this. The more I play it, the more I fall in love with it. It's written beautifully. It's better than most movies that Marvel put out from a written perspective and script. I actually enjoy Tony Stark in this. Like he's more like it's written like the comic books. versions of these characters. But anyway, it's not on sale. But that's the big game that I've not felt this way about a game since Elden Ring.
That's still on my wish list.
Yeah, Elden Ring is on sale. It was on sale in the winter sale, for like $39.
Too much.
Yeah.
So crap.
Some of the games I got. So we're still on this question. I should put the question back up actually from Playan. Hopefully the person Playan's still hearing us. But I picked up Gotham Knights. I haven't played it yet, but I picked up that because I love superheroes. And then I picked up Assassin's Creed Chronicles China for $1.59 Canadian. Now, I had to get out of the Assassin's Creed games because they're too big and there's too much going on in those games. But this is a side-scrolling stealth action game. That's side-scrolling in the Assassin's Creed world. It's a small game.
Okay, so it's a side-scrolling. Okay.
What's that?
So it's a side-scrolling game.
Yeah, and it's fantastic, and it's like action. And I did a video on it on my channel. I absolutely love it. There's 2 others, so I went and quickly bought those. I bought the Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia and India because I'm halfway through China right now. So I'm going to play the other 2 games in the series, and they're like less than $2 Canadian. So I had to pick those up.
You know something? I've never played Assassin's Creed.
Really?
Yeah, never really.
Yeah, the big games are like I honestly have never finished. And I finished Assassin's Creed, the first one, the one in Jerusalem. I finished that one, but that was more of a not so much open world. It was kind of compartmentalized.
Okay, so it's linear.
Yeah, more linear.
Wasn't the first open world one like Unite? Assassin's Creed United or
Black
something?
Flag, I think maybe.
Oh, Black Flag?
I think so. I don't know. I don't know. I Black Flag. You had the ocean, like you could go anywhere in the ocean. It was more sandboxy, but I don't know. Maybe it was. What one's United? Is that the site? Well, it's Assassin's Creed 1 is Jerusalem.
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
Part 2 and 3 is in Italy, right? That's the Enzio ones.
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I'm asking the wrong person, but yeah. And then I bought Vampire Survivors.
Oh yeah, I've had that, and I haven't played that yet either.
That's pretty good, but I prefer Soulstone Survivors over that one. I just like Soulstone Survivors better.
Well, Ed was the one that kept recommending Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, he's the one that turned me on to it, but I waited for it to go on sale because I think regular price was $7 Canadian. I picked up for $3 or $4 or something like that. Wait, let me check. Where is it? Vampire Survivors. Yeah, $5. It was $4.99 Canadian, so plus tax, 5 something. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, the Steam sale's not over until the 5th, right?
January 5th, maybe? I don't know. I thought all I knew was I thought I was only going to buy stuff before the end of the year. So after the new year, I just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff on. Let me share my screen so we can all experience what's going on in Steam. Let me do. I got to figure out how to do this. Share screen. All right, so this is some of the stuff on sale. So you can get Elden Ring for $55 Canadian. This is Canadian prices, just to let you know. Civ 5 already own. Yeah, there's it's funny, you get all the Sony games on sale. They're cheaper here now probably than what they are on PlayStation.
Yeah, they guaranteed will be. Even when they're not on sale.
Playan just asked, have you tried Gotham Knights yet? Nope, I bought it though. It's on my to-do list to play, but I'm pretty infatuated with Marvel right now. I don't know if I want to play another superhero game. The Marvel Midnight Suns is amazing. Different games completely though. What's
funny about that Gotham Knights game, I never even heard of that game until I started hearing about people complain about it.
Oh, I don't want spoilers.
Well, no, I meant I don't know. All I kept seeing was oh, Gotham Knights is bad. I don't really know if they were being how critical they were. It's really, there's another Batman game?
Look at this, dude. You can get Jedi Fallen Order for $6.59 Canadian. Now that's a heck of a deal.
Yeah, even the games I look forward to, I'm like, oh, I wonder when that game's coming out, and I look it up. Oh, it came out 2 months ago. It shows how much I'm paying attention.
Yeah, it goes to January 5th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, so Gotham Knights is on my list, but man, oh man, like I can't rave enough about the Midnight Suns. Such a good game. Too bad I had to pay full retail. It really hurt me to do that. And like I'm like, oh, I've got to pay full retail for that. I haven't played full retail for a game in forever.
It's because especially digitally, it's like do I really I can't imagine.
Why are they the same price?
Like for a digital game, like full
price
for
like the same price for Midnight Suns digitally, what it is for brand new at retail.
Is that a Switch game?
No, it's on. I think
because
it's on Series X.
I know Nintendo's policy is that digital games have to cost the same as the physical versions.
Hey, Graphic God, how you doing, bud? Yeah, I don't know. No, Midnight Suns is on PlayStation and Xbox. I'm pretty sure. But then again, I don't really know anymore. I'm so onto my Steam Deck all the time. I don't even know. My Xbox, I don't use it very often.
You know what? I figured out something. I figured out I hadn't turned on my PlayStation 4 in like 2 years.
Oh my gosh. And was it
and
like, did dust come out of it when you turned it on?
I don't know, because I haven't turned it on.
You still have. That's awesome.
Because when I got the Evercade and I started playing that, I got hooked on that. I stopped playing. I was in the middle of Yakuza 4, and I hadn't touched.
That's crazy. Well, I don't know the last time I turned my PlayStation 5 on, which is sad because, like, the thing is, I feel like I should sell my PlayStation 5, so at least somebody out there in the world who really wants one could enjoy it, and I'll get one down the line, you know. But
yeah, the PlayStation 5. You know what's funny is that there's still supply issues with that, and it's been out for over 2 years.
Yeah,
and I still haven't seen one game that's on only that system. I haven't seen a system.
Everything's on Steam, like on PC that you put out now. Like, I'm a PC boy. The Steam Deck has turned me into a PC guy, man. Like, I'm hardcore. I got a dock, everything for it.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a dock right beside me, and I just Midnight Sun when I'm like, I don't want to waste my battery, because let's all talk about, like, this battery doesn't last a whole long time on Steam Deck when you're playing a AAA game. But I play on the TV sometimes now, just so that I can have it fully charged when I go to bed.
I think I can't play my Steam games or my PC games anywhere except on like my monitor, because right now with the monitor I have, I can get like 180 frames a second.
What, do you really need that many frames?
It's funny, you don't think you do, and then after you play for a while, even like 120 frames, 144 frames, and then you go back at something that's 60 frames a second, you can really tell the difference.
It's weird.
Because I know this because like the At Games Legends Pinball, the At Games Legend Pinball is 60 frames a second. And every time I've been playing pinball, like I had my old monitor was 144 frames. This is 180 frames. And I was playing pinball on that at the max frame rate I possibly could. And then I'd go back to, because there's the Dr. Seuss games that are only on that. And it seems
Wait, like what? Dr. Seuss games?
Yeah, there's Dr. Seuss pinball tables on the At Games Legends Pinball now. There's one, The Grinch That Stole Christmas. There's one on Fox and Socks, and there's one on The Cat in the Hat. And there's 3 more coming out later this year.
Wow. I still can't believe they have pinball games based on that IP.
And it's so funny, the Grinch one, I made sure to get that video out on Christmas.
Did it do well?
I don't know. I haven't really checked, but it turned out. But when you play through all the modes, it basically tells the whole story. It's so cool.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's like so Crow. Now that we'll wrap up some chat on the Steam Deck on Steam and that. Now that you got such a Steam library, does the Steam Deck at all interest you at all?
No, because here's the thing: is like portable systems. Even if I had them, I don't normally take them with me because I don't think I'm ever going to play them. And if I need to, if I want to play something portably, I've got my phone. So,
right.
I mean, you play just about anything on my phone, like through emulation and stuff. Not only that, but the actual games that are on Android. So I've always got something to play. I don't need I have the Evercade EXP2. I'll take that with me. If even before that, the Evercade.
Yeah.
And then there's the Switch as well. So and there's plenty of games through all of that to play on. So do I really need another portable system? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. For me,
my
Steam Deck is my PC.
With the Steam Deck,
is my gaming PC, right?
I don't know how well I would react to that because, I'd be playing my PC games, but in an inferior state, I think. And I think I'd rather just play them sitting here at my desk.
Right. No, it's fair. Totally get it. For me, it's like that's the Steam Deck is my gaming PC. That's where I go.
Oh yeah. Because
And whenever I go somewhere more like a night or something, I always take something. If I go for like more than a night, I'll take my Steam Deck with me and my Evercade. But if I'm like just going for a night or for an afternoon or something like that, I'll just take the Evercade with me. It's usually what I'll grab.
I'd be worried about breaking the thing if I took it outside of the house, to be honest.
I've got like the silicone kind of case on mine, so it's which I picked up from Amazon for like $20, or I think now it's on sale for like 16. It's funny though, because the case in the Steam Deck dock, it won't fit with that case on. The dock is too tight that you put it in, it tips over, and the actual cord that goes into the USB-C on the top that allows it to do the video, whatever, the charging of it and all that kind of stuff, because the grip is there, it's not deep enough to go in and make a good connection. So I've got to flip the protected case up and slide it in under to hook it up to my Steam Deck dock. Because
this could
case.
Be it, actually. This could be it. Hot Dog Car might do it for me.
Oh,
go. I did it. I beat it by 2 seconds.
We didn't see it.
Oh, that's right, because I forgot to change my screen back. So you can see it.
So friend of the channel, Ian Avi, sent me the new trailer that was released from Playdate about some games coming up. Let's take a look at it.
Welcome to Gravity Express.
I love how they do the video trailer in the Playdate.
Complete our totally safe pilot orientation obstacle course.
Hey Crow, Lunar Landing.
Yes, Lunar Lander.
In case
you know what that looks like? That looks like Gravatar.
Kind of, yeah. In our training. Clients won't pay extra for your funeral, nor will Gravity Express.
It's crazy. This is on the Playdate.
Remember, our
looks like landing is easier to do on this than in Gravatar, Cruff.
I don't have a problem with Gravatar. Oh, it looks like it doesn't matter how fast you're going.
That's what I mean. Makes it look like you... Oh, that wasn't cool. It makes it like you can land properly. Like, not properly, but with, like... I found Gravatar, Lunar Landing, you've got to be very touch sensitive.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that makes those games appealing to me, because it's like all about precision.
Kinda.
Good luck. I hope you'll become a...
Man, this is so cool. The trailer's done pixelated like that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Now, I wonder if you could play this trailer actually on the Playdate.
Oh, I don't see why not. I'd like to know what the audio would look like. Is there only one video? One game?
The whole video was just one game?
Yeah. What? I thought
maybe that was just a trailer for that one game.
Oh, maybe. Let me check. I thought he sent me a link to all of them. But anyway, but that looked pretty cool. Does that make you want to get one?
Well, I mean, if I had a Playdate, I would get that game, yes. But it's not a game where I'd be like, that game makes... Like, I have to have a Playdate as soon as possible. No.
Okay.
Because I have Gravatar.
No, that was just a trailer you wanted me to show. So, I am going to share something since we're doing this. This is the game plot, the Playdate Spotlight Game of the Week. And it's my effort each week to showcase a game on the Playdate that I think is pretty cool. And I'm going to share it right now.
And since I beat that time trial,
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
This is called Legend of EverCad, and EverCad backwards is date. So Legend of Date. So you're going to play the Playdate, the Legend of Date.
Oh, I see. They're being clever.
Yeah, someone shared that with me in the comments. Legend of EverCad, which is, anyway. I thought that was pretty cool. So this is a first-person dungeon crawler, Crow.
Okay.
Done on a Playdate. What the heck? Oh, that's the scream. I died. I died. Dude, look at this. How freaking cool is this?
Wait a minute. They're getting pretty close to putting Doom on the Playdate.
Well, they could do it now, no problem. It's creepy music too, man. Can you hear the music?
I can kind of hear the music. I'm just kind of got distracted by a comment somebody left on one of my really old YouTube videos.
What was the comment?
Damn, neck growing an old vid. Hope you're doing well. Love to see that YouTube is keeping videos this old.
Well, don't they keep them for life?
That's what I would think, but how old is this video? The video is at least 10 years old. So, and you know what's funny is that I was editing my video for the Commodore 64 Collection 1, and I wound up inserting a clip from a video that I made 10 years ago to make a point.
Really?
Yeah. Because Impossible Mission is on that C64 collection.
Yeah.
And I actually have a video that's over 10 years old where I was trying to play Impossible Mission for the Atari 7800. And I made reference to that when I was doing the voice for the video. So while I was editing it, I was like, oh, I should probably pull up a clip from that video.
Damn traps got me.
So, was there any hint that you were going to walk into a trap?
Nope, because I can't look down.
I'm going to play something else that doesn't require, like, intense concentration.
So, yeah, this is pretty amazing, like, this game. It's just more expensive one. Like, when I bought it was, like, I got it on sale for, like, $6.
So this game was on sale for $6?
Yeah, itch.io, but it's now a $10 game.
Oh, it's a $10 game. Okay. Do you know how in depth it is? How much?
I have no idea, but this is the second update for it, so they fixed a bunch of bugs, which I appreciate.
How bad were the bugs?
I don't know. I never played it. I bought it a while ago and never played it until they updated it because I didn't have time, and I'm like, okay, cool.
I don't know. I might be weird in some respect, but I like playing games when they're in beta because the bugs you'll get may be just so weird and out of place. Like I remember playing Ragnarok online when it was in beta, and I'll never forget like the early days of that game because of the bugs that were in there.
I didn't play it because I just didn't have time to play it.
Well, that's the story of my life.
Requires an item.
I might actually make a video for my main channel tomorrow, because like maybe I'm thinking maybe something like a room tour, but it just something where I'm going to go off and ramble about a lot of stuff. I'm just thinking about it, but I thought I'd be done with the Commodore 64 video by now anyway. But maybe I'll just pause on that. Yeah, I did think that. But
just the item. It's rock.
Yeah, I've got so many games that I've bought this year that I've not even touched.
Yeah, there's too many games out there. Like like that's why you gotta kind of make your purchases kind of smart purchases. What's on sale, stuff like that. That's why, like, I'm really trying to just buy what's on sale on certain platforms.
Well, I've always bought stuff on sale. Sometimes the sale, like, oh, that game isn't on sale enough. Like, I wanted to buy Cuphead for the longest time, but I was like, I'm only going to buy it if it's 50% off or more.
Stupid.
And,
Look, you can see where the traps are. Look.
Oh, okay. I
I
see. Yeah, it's really hard to see, though, because it's like
yeah.
dithering.
Yeah, it is not easy.
But, yeah, I forgot what I was saying.
But there's combat in this game. Like, see, there's creatures there.
Yeah, I see them. Opens from the other side. Ask the monster to open it.
I know. I can't survive this room up here. I just die in traps all the time. But I mean, it plays really well.
So it's do you use the what is it? The crank on this at L?
No, it doesn't do anything yet. But I can take screenshot. Auto doors. I've got that turned on. But it's pretty, like, I don't know. I think it's a pretty fun little game. It's just that I need to read a manual or something to survive this dungeon room. See, you can see the traps on the floor there, right?
Well, yeah, but it's really hard to see because, like, everything's dithered. So there's black specks everywhere.
Like, I'm trying to be careful. Opens elsewhere. How do I get over there? See, there's something over there I need to get to.
I don't... Over there?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
There was a box on the floor.
Oh. I didn't see it. I thought you were talking about something else.
See, like, there's a box over on the floor.
Wow.
Hey, open it! Yay!
And now the monster's coming for you?
So the crank opens the door.
Oh, the crank opens the door. Okay.
Well, yeah, or just, you can have auto doors.
Do you think that's how the game came
son of
to...
Crow!
I see. That's how the game was created. They thought, we need a game where the crank opens the door.
Oh!
Oh, there he is.
Did I get anything?
He got super flat.
Opens elsewhere. Where? Where else is there elsewhere?
Where else is there elsewhere?
You like, hey, a rock. Oh, I picked up a rock. That's good. I need a rock. See, there's like a lever there. You see that, Crow? There's like a pad or something. Maybe I throw the rock. Ah, son of a...
Did you walk in the same trap again?
Yeah, that frightened the crap out of me. That actually... Does this convince you?
This, no. Not at all. Not in the least. This game,
Why not?
kind of reminds me of something I played on the DS called The Dark Spire.
This game is wild, dude. Oh, wait,
not,
that shortcut should be open now, right? Oh, it's not open. So, chat, what do you guys think? Is this a pretty darn cool Playdate game? Considering that it's on the Playdate?
I wouldn't know. I actually was more impressed by the game that they showed in the trailer. That looked fun. That trailer that you showed for that one game.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't think I should... Trying to open it. Nope, won't open. Crow, I'm getting stressed out, man.
What for?
Trying to find my way through.
Well, did they have an auto map you could pull up?
No. It's not that sophisticated, sir. Okay, there's like a it's here somewhere, right?
Well, you know what you need to do then? You need to pull out a piece of paper and draw the map as you go along yourself.
Oh, what is that up there?
That looks like I think just a chandelier, like with the how they have the ring with the lights on it, the candles to light the room. By the way, who's lighting those things and replacing the candles when they go out?
I love throwing a rock. I just love throwing the rock. It's so cool. Opens elsewhere. Like where else? I am elsewhere. Maybe I gotta hit this.
What is the rotate cube thing? Oh, is that just to switch items or something?
Yeah, I think. Okay, I'm going to throw the rock there.
Can you just pick up and throw a rock anytime you want?
No, I got to pick it up.
Oh, so when you throw a rock, you can go back and pick it up.
Yeah. But I think I'm lost, like. Oh, it's trapped that way. Oh, a skeleton.
Say hello to him. Watch him jump off the wall and grab you.
Oh, maybe I should throw a rock at him.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. Pick up rock.
All right. Now I got to load it in my hand.
See, it's too complicated.
All right. Think it'll work? Throwing the rock at him?
I really don't think it'll do anything.
Stacy's back, please.
I really want to see him jump off the wall.
He did nothing. The goggles did nothing for my eyes. Crow, you tricked me.
I tricked you into doing what? That?
I'll have to go YouTube this. Figure out what I'm doing wrong.
Would there be a YouTube? Do people make videos like that on Playdate videos?
I make Playdate videos. Oh, son of a!
Other than you, do have walkthroughs for games like this?
I don't know.
Because
I'm telling you what not to do. Oh, it is chandelier.
That's happened to me with some of these Evercade games. Like, how do I do this? And I try to find the game online, and nobody's made a video of it.
Oh man, that was intense. That was so intense. What are you playing, Cruff?
This is a game called Peglin that I get addicted to from time to time. So it's just you remember the game Peggle?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't play it.
I was looking for a game like Peggle on Steam. And this is somewhat like Peggle, except it's way better because you're a little goblin. And I guess the battles take place based on how you throw the rocks and stuff on the board.
All right, I'm going to put you on big screen.
So, the different rocks you have are in this area here. And that's just a regular stone, so it doesn't do anything other than that. This one here will upgrade the damage to the pegs as it hits it. So when they get revived, they'll have higher damage. So, yeah.
And this is on PC?
This is on Steam, actually. You wouldn't be surprised. How do mouse control games work with the Steam Deck?
Well, that's a good question, right? If it's verified on Steam, it means controllers will work. So like your sticks will work and buttons Steam Deck. But if it's not, Usually, you can use the pads, the 2 pads.
Okay. You know what?
You can do it. You can do all mouse and keyboard stuff with it, but a lot of times games have community layouts that try to make it work well for the Steam Deck.
You know what? This works with the controller, so you should be fine with this on Steam Deck if you wanted to.
Yeah.
This is not. I wouldn't say it's the cheapest game in the world, even when it's on sale, but I play this game a lot, regardless. So
That's
if you
why
like a
I
game,
do the question you just asked is the reason why I do the is it playable series, because a lot of them, all of the is playable. It's either unsupported, unknown, mildly supported on Steam Deck, and what I do is I just go in and play it and see what works and what doesn't work. And
I don't think this is a very popular game on Steam anyway, who is looking for these types of games other than me?
Well, a lot of times you just randomly search like action role-playing games, and you'll pull up this like massive list. And as you go through it, that's how you find them, right? You find these obscure games. Like that's how I found Alaloth, a game on the Steam Deck. I was looking for Diablo-esque games, and that one came by, and I'm like, oh, that seems interesting. And it was an interesting game. This one, I don't know if it looks that interesting to me.
I like games like this.
I have to be honest.
Ooh, look at the damage this is gonna do.
It looks like Plinko.
It kind of is in a way.
Yeah,
yes.
Reminds me of Plinko.
But when the ball, when you throw it and it goes through, depending on the pegs you hit, is the damage you do to the monsters coming at you at the top of the screen.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
And the bosses in this sometimes if you don't get upgraded properly enough, the bosses will just kick you to death, and when you die, that's it. You have to start the whole game over.
When you die. Oh my gosh. All right. So Crow, I got a question for you.
Okay.
And so what are you looking forward to in 2023 mostly in the world of video gaming? Anything on your things you're looking forward to, things you're anticipating, things you'd like to see happen?
That's funny because I'm not really looking. I can't say that I'm looking forward to anything, to be honest. I can't think of one thing to be like, because we don't know. I don't know anything Evercade related that's officially coming out except for Indie Heroes 2. And to be honest,
which is this month.
Yeah, and I'm still not going to be caught up when I get that. So it doesn't matter to me that much. When I get it, I get it.
Well, we played most of the games, right? Did you try most of the game in a month on the Evercade?
I didn't play like the first 3 of them, and then I played like maybe 4 of them in a row. The gelatinous blob one I only played during the Evercast that one day, and that was it. So yeah, I think about maybe half the games I'd played already, but like I think the one I'm looking forward to most in that collection, maybe the Ira, the Crow Maiden. That one seemed the most interesting out of the ones I played.
Really?
Yeah. Why? Which is it different for you?
No, I think.
Is it Anguna? Because I know the Anguna one was one of them I didn't play.
Probably for me, it's probably. Yeah, Anguna I've played, right? So like totally. Like that one, yeah, it's probably the Crow.
You know, it's funny. It's more or less. I'm not really looking forward to things that are coming out. I'm just looking forward to any news that comes out, I guess. Then, like, because supposedly, like, what's the next update for the Evercade VS gonna be? I'm waiting for like to get the features that are on the EXP on the VS, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and which are coming hot and heavy because they're new. Ryan was talking about their new, I guess, what do you call that? Their new UI system allows them to do a lot more.
User interface. Yeah.
What did they call that again?
I like how he answered my question in your Discord about the game time between swapping it between the handheld and the console.
There's something broke there, though, right?
Well, for you, yes, you have noticed something, but I haven't played it enough to notice that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, there could possibly be something not working correctly with the issue you're having.
Yeah, I don't know. So the issue I'm having is that the time played doesn't match up with the save states and stuff like that. So,
well, also it's like the save states. Like if you play up to a certain point, you save state, and you play like 10 more minutes, and then you reload the save state. Does that game time play also rewind 10 minutes, or does it still keep adding?
I'm not sure. I think they should just base it on just the amount of time the ROM's been open, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, another problem is that sometimes this is going to be weird, but I have a tendency to let games just run like on their own for no reason at all. And that'll just artificially inflate the game time. That's happened a bunch of times with games on Steam.
I'm playing the TMNT Cowabunga event in my Series X. I should be enjoying my Evercade, but mine's on the Truck of Doom. Yeah, tell me about it.
That's actually one of the games I got for Christmas. The Cowabunga. I also got the Shredder's Revenge recently. Haven't played either of those.
Nick the Toy Collector. Hey Nick, how you doing? Hey James, by the way. Dan, how you doing, buddy? The roadmap. Yeah, I think the roadmap has got to come out soon. Starfield's my most anticipated game. I don't have an Evercade yet due to the theft, so until I get my hands, I can't speak. Yeah, Starfield. You know what though? I don't want to anticipate Starfield because I think it's going to be. I know I'm gonna get it, but it feels like it's going to be Skyrim in space. And I love the idea of me playing Skyrim, but I really hated the idea, and I really hated playing Skyrim. I played so much of it and felt like I made no progress because all I did was wander around and do random stuff, which is Skyrim. So I feel like I will love this game, love the anticipation of getting Starfield, but once I'll play it, 10 hours in, I'm like, this is too big for me. Like, you know?
You know what a great solution is? It's to watch somebody else play the game on YouTube while you play something else.
Yeah, I know. I love the idea of Starfield. I know I'd love the idea of it, and I love the concept of just sinking into it, but I had that same thought on Skyrim, and it really burned me. I just couldn't. I felt really overwhelmed with it.
I mean, it's so funny when I think about like how much time I spent in some games, like 20, 30 years ago, and it's like, how did I manage to spend that much time? Like, I played through the original Persona on PlayStation 6 times, and I'm thinking to myself,
original Persona? You're a Persona guy. I would never think you'd. Oh wait, that's pre the teenage drama Persona, right?
Well, they're all teenage dramas, to be honest.
Oh, I thought the first couple Personas wasn't so heavy into the teenagers, kids.
They're all high schoolers in every single Persona game. Yeah.
I have them on PSP. Apparently, like a lot of people always ask me if I want to sell them, but I have them. I have Persona 2 and 3.
What's funny is like I played the first one. I because I was into RPGs back in the PlayStation days, and I played that one a lot. And the loading times were insane. So I don't even know how I played through it 6 times.
Well, because you had no life, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was in the military actually at the time, so I guess I had a lot of life. Yeah, well, I guess I had a lot of downtime at the time, but
back in your Navy days.
But the weird thing is that there's 2 Persona 2s, okay, and they're not labeled Part 1 and Part 2. They have different subtitles, and you don't really know exactly.
Why make it simple?
Yeah, but what makes things more complicated is that only one of those 2 games came over to the U.S. and it wasn't the first part; it was only the second part, and and then there was Persona 3, and then that's when it started really getting popular. Persona 3 was on the PlayStation 2. Then Persona 4 was on the PlayStation 2.
Well, I had Persona 4 Golden on Vita.
Yes, on Vita. Yeah, the upgraded, updated version of Persona 4 was on the Vita.
I tried to play it, bro. I tried so hard.
Okay, I'll tell you a story. I didn't play Persona again until when Persona 5 came out. Everybody was talking about it, and I happened to be in Target, and they had a steelbook version of Persona 5, and I think it was even on sale. And I was debating on whether or not to get it, and I just wound up getting it because I'm a sucker for steelbooks.
Yeah, and I wound up too.
And I played it. I'm like, oh yeah, I really like this game. So then I got convinced to go and play Persona 4 Golden, and I did that with the PS TV. And you know what? Persona 4 is a better game. It's got a better story than Persona 5.
People say it's one of the best Personas ever. Like I played probably 6 hours of it, and I'm like, God,
it's such an interesting murder mystery game.
Yeah, it just didn't. Just a world I wasn't invested in. I received Sonic Frontiers for Christmas. Yeah, I'm hoping that goes on sale on the Steam Deck. I want to get it on the Steam Deck. But yeah, but I gotta tell you, I am so heavily invested in. There hasn't been a game since Elden Ring that I felt like I wanted to sink my teeth into. But I'm gotta tell you, Marvel Midnight Suns, it's amazing, and its video on the channel is going live, and it's a buggy crash-filled masterpiece in my opinion. Oh, is this your steelbook?
Yeah, and then I bought another steelbook.
You didn't even open it.
No, I did open it. I played this one. It's got a plastic slipcover.
Open every box.
And then when the update came out, Royal, I bought it and I played it again, and this was so interesting because it's like playing the same game again, but with different twists in it. Cool. It's really
There's one come out recently that people just said is amazing. Is it Persona 5 Royale or something edition or something?
Well, this is Royale. This is Persona 5 Royale. I don't think it's really that. This isn't that recent, I don't think. Because I played this before I had the Evercade. At least I think I did.
Crazy. Oh, Nick the toy. WoW Dragonflight, the newest expansion. Dude, I finished it. I finished WoW Dragonflight. Played, I'd say 70% of it on Steam Deck. Because it's one of the few games that will run on my old PC I have here. And I played a little bit on the PC, but 70% of it all on the Steam Deck, and I finished Dragonflight. The expansion. First expansion I've ever finished in WoW. Because it's got controller. WoW should be on, well, I know, Crow, you don't play MMOs, but World of Warcraft should be on console. Because it plays amazingly well on controllers.
I actually did play World of Warcraft.
Oh, really?
I had like the 15-day trial, and I think I got tired of it after 7 days.
Oh yeah, well, it's not for everyone. I never played it either, but
my sister has actually been playing World of Warcraft for I don't know how long, ever since the game came out, I think.
Yeah, it is fantastic. It's got native support for controller built in. And then this really part of the community built controller mod and console controller mod. And I got that to work on my Steam Deck I went through a tutorial another creative YouTuber did. Went through it, installed all of the Battle.net so it runs through SteamOS and it works fine. But yeah. Okay, community sound off. Guys, ask questions, keep comments there. Me and Crow will answer them as we go. Hey Nick, how you doing, buddy? Cakes with Cash. Welcome to, what's the name of the show, Crow?
Hot Dogs?
Yeah, but what's the actual name of the show? Home of the Dopest Original Gaming Show. Hot Dogs. Anyway, I did a community sound off. I did a poll on Facebook. Well, I didn't do it on Facebook because I don't have the rights on Evercade, but it's about Evercade. So I did a poll on Twitter. And it ran for a day. So the poll was, what are you looking forward to the most with Evercade in 2023? And so first one was I had new hardware, more PC collections, more indie games, new console experience. 36 votes because nobody follows me on Twitter. But anyway, new console experiences, 38.9. That shocked me, Crow, that the community that follows me anyway on the Evercade wants more different types of console experiences, which is really cool. Followed closely by PC, and then more indie games. New hardware, you can see. Not really a lot of interest in my community anyway around new hardware, which I totally get. I totally agree.
Wouldn't new console experience be the same as new hardware?
No, console experiences like Master System, stuff like that.
Oh, I see. New to you.
Yeah, new console experiences on the Evercade, right?
Oh, okay. I kind of misunderstood the question. Okay.
Yes,
I thought you were talking about EverCanadian, not Evercade.
No, Evercade.
I thought you were talking about specifically your channel.
No, on Evercade.
If I was the pick, I'd say right now more PC collections.
Yeah,
because there's only
it's
one.
There, it's the second most favorite. Yeah, Brian, Diablo's coming out June 6th of 2023. Diablo 4, and I am going to be there with bells on.
How
My
many
favorite
bells?
actions RPG series of all time. And I'll say controversial thing. My favorite of all the Diablos is Diablo 3. And then the second favorite is Diablo on the PlayStation. Third favorite is Diablo Immortal. Fourth favorite is Diablo 2, which is sacrilege in the Diablo community. So then I asked this question on my own community tab, and I had 90 votes. And you could see here more indie games in my YouTube community kind of took over and got 36%. PC collection slipped down to 23%. New console experiences was 29%. But new hardware, again, is low. So there's not a big appetite in the Evercade community that follows me anyway for new hardware, which I thought was pretty cool to see. And then I went to the Evercade fan hub. Do you like my new picture, Crow?
Yes, the old man yells at cloud.
That's a tribute to the Evercade fan hub because there's a lot of old man there like us yelling at clouds. And then I just asked the question here. Oh, I got to go back here, and there was a lot of good comments too. So let me take a look at this. So this was some of the comments. What are you looking for? Somebody just commented. This guy called Ben_Dauber. No delayed releases, no bug games, no faults, etc. Well, I replied to him. I agree, but no way Blades can deliver that. They are nowhere close to perfect. We love them anyway.
The question is, what's the next thing you're going to find that's wrong?
Yeah, and then we'd love them if they release products that are not faulty. I totally get some people's upset about that stuff. So, Gumbo Machine, it may be impartial, but we definitely vote for more indie games. Yeah, because they're an indie game company. Evercade Evolution Magazine, great magazines. ZX Spectrum, that's what they'd like to see, which I think a lot of people.
I'm not a big. That's an interesting computer. I know it's big in the UK and everything.
Not very powerful though for games, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it'd be interesting to see a ZX. I say ZX Spectrum because I don't say Z. ZX Spectrum.
ZX. Well, I say ZX Spectrum, but I'm like that. But that's Canadian, right?
Yeah, I know. Canadian is still Z, right?
Yeah, Z.
I know a lot of people say ZX Spectrum even in the US just because that's what the British call it. But I'm gonna be counter to that and go with what I read.
Crimson Cross, all of it, but all of it. But PC collections, my vote. Amiga is coming, and C64.
Yes, I would bet that Amiga would be the next collection that is computer related.
James wants to see new console experiences. Looks seeing which undiscovered lost gaming gems we get this year. Me too. It's my votes into that, to be honest with you. Getting my hands on LEXP for starters. 6 unopened cards sitting on my shelf with no way to play them. Yeah, I totally get it, man. That sucks. More arcade games from Puss in Boots. So that's pretty cool, right? Did we get some comments over here? We did. Joystick. This person wants a joystick. Toxo Retro.
See, the whole joystick thing. See, that to me that doesn't seem that important because you could literally almost plug in any joystick and it works.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of us I'm in the camp where I want branded stuff from the company. Like, it's just
Yeah, but even you might want branded, but to me it's not a top priority since you could already use something.
I'm not saying it's a top priority either, but I'm just saying it's like if you're going to ask for stuff, right?
Like that Evercade coffee mug that everybody wants.
I don't want that because it's going to be a small mug that nobody can drink out of because it's too small. I need a big taller mug.
I don't drink out of coffee mugs to begin with because I don't like drinking anything hot.
I got to find they might have deleted my post. Which is I put a post on here and had people commenting it to it, so it was pretty cool. Oh, there it goes. It's going to be right here. Okay. I said I cannot create polls over here. All right, so I just asked a question. So Jonathan Cade, Looking for new collections, new firmware features. Yeah, I should have added, like, because Twitter only allows you 4.
Yes, that'd be something worth looking forward to. Is
yeah,
new
firmware would
features.
be the write-in ballot. Roadmap, home computers, MS-DOS collection. That would be decent, but you know what? They're so keyboard heavy, right?
It depends on what game you're talking about. Like,
yeah,
Commander Keen wouldn't be bad, to be honest. Jill of the Jungle certainly wouldn't be bad if we're looking at DOS games. Yeah.
So, like, for me overall, like the community in my little tiny community that I kind of curate and stuff, that you know, hardware is not something they're looking for. They're looking for, like you said, software, firmware, all the cool stuff, which is pretty cool. Is that your game?
No, that was a reminder on my phone.
Oh my god, that came in really loud.
Because yeah, my phone is actually right by my
What is it? What's your reminder tone?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I set it up. If I had to, I can't remember now. I'm gonna have to look it up.
James followed me on Twitter. Well, thank you, James. My poor Twitter.
Notifications. Notification sound.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting year. But yeah, it's 2023. I think what I'm looking forward to, because we started that question, we really never entered it because we started talking about other stuff, which we tend to do. I'm actually looking forward to one game, two games this year. Mainstream games I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to the Harry Potter game because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
What Harry Potter game's coming out?
The one with Hogwarts Legacy or something, where you're actually a student at Hogwarts. Open world game. I'm looking forward.
You're not playing as Harry Potter. You're playing as yourself.
As yourself as a student, 100 years before Harry Potter or something like that. So I'm actually looking forward to that because I just want to know what that's going to be like. I doubt I'll play it fully through. I'm looking big time forward to, well, 3 things now. Jedi, the new Jedi game, because I thought the first one, was such a great game. They took the best things from Uncharted, Demon Souls type games, and really built a really good action game. So I'm looking forward to the sequel to that. And then I think Diablo 4 from mainstream games is just going to blow me. Like, I am a huge Diablo nerd, Diablo fan. I'm playing Diablo Immortal. I love it. Can't get it to work on my Steam Deck, which annoys the crap out of me, but I'm going to figure it out sooner or later. It's the only Battle.net game I can't get working on my Steam Deck.
I found the sound effect.
Yeah. What is it?
I'll play another sound effect. Let's see if you could guess what it's from.
Okay. Jackpot! What? You sound like Jack Bauer. Jackpot! I can't really make it out. So it's like Jet Power or something.
It's actually a sound effect from Attack from Mars, a pinball machine.
But yeah, I think Diablo 4, I'm looking forward to that. In the world of our world, the stuff we talk about quite a bit, like Evercade, I'm just looking forward to just them kind of breathing a little bit and just putting out firmware updates. I think they really need to focus on parity between the VS and the EXP feature-wise, Crow.
Yes.
Like, that needs to happen.
Yeah, we need to get the update on the VS that has the same features as the EXP right now.
Yeah. 100%.
I thought that would be out within the week of the EXP release.
I didn't expect that, but I know probably you're not the only one who expected that. But I think parity for that's important, big time. And then I'm expecting, like, now that they got that new, whatever it's called, Eclipse or something that Ryan called it from Blaze, the new UI coding system.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Ellipse or something like that. He said it in my Discord.
It's funny. I know he wrote a bunch of stuff.
So,
now that I think about it, I think I only read the message he responded to me.
Of course, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, ellipsis menu. It's called ellipsis. I'm looking forward to that. The feature parity. Obviously, Steam Deck just kind of constantly getting more games on it. Playdate, and see what they do with Season 2 game-wise on Playdate. More people getting the Playdate will be interesting. Yeah, I'm just seeing what's going to come up like for 2023 if there's more loose ends to be tied around the Polymega system. What's going to happen with that? Like they just got their pre-order for their N64 unit, so that's live. But they still haven't finished shipping all their original pre-orders yet, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, if I were to pre-order, I wouldn't get it for like months.
Yeah, they're saying mid 2023 now for the rest of all the pre-orders, any pre-orders and new ones that go in. So, because I think what they got to do is they're lining up their manufacturing to hit all the same time. I guess I don't know what they're doing. So, I'm just looking for a lot of closed books on a lot of stuff that we've followed and been interested in over the last couple of years. You know, that's kind of what I'm kind of seeing 2023. But other than that, there's not much. There's nothing major coming in, or no new consoles or anything like that, right? That we know of.
You know, wait. I just remembered something on Discord. You wrote, so far 2023 is a lot like 2022.
Yeah.
So what did you mean by that? Because when you wrote that, it was only like 12 hours into 2022.
I know, because it felt like the 12 hours before.
Well, that makes sense because it was.
That's what I meant. I was trying to be like funny.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that was. See, anybody in chat, if you could too be a part of the fantastic world of my Discord, which is filled with these types of things. It's
Yeah, types of things that make you confused.
That confuse you. That's what it's all about. It just confuses the crap out of people. Oh man, we've been going for what now? An hour and a bit, hour and 15. Wow.
Probably.
I guess we'll wrap it up.
Remember. Did we start this podcast earlier?
Yeah, we always start early on this one.
I wasn't really paying attention. I was trying to beat that time trial.
Yeah, exactly. That you did say you beat, but you didn't. But anyway,
I did beat it. You saw it. I had the proof on the screen.
Yeah, I didn't really watch that actually. I was doing something else. I didn't know.
Well, you can watch it in the replay, right?
I can.
Because I pulled up the screen, it showed that I beat the time. I didn't see it in action, but it was on the screen.
I'm with you, Nick. I am so with you, buddy. Can we just have a drama-free 2023, please? Drama-free in 23.
No. See, they have to drum up the drama purposefully to distract people from the really bad stuff they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it hurts my brain. I have to think small. Started early, unlike the Evercast. Yeah, the Evercast has become like it's mostly Ed's fault. I gotta be honest.
You know what you should have called this? You should have called this the Anti-Cast.
The Anti-Cast. Well, it started as the Crankcast, and now it's called the Ohm of the Dopest original gaming show. What a mouthful that is! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, how long before we change the name again?
I don't know, 2 weeks. Probably
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'd say 2 shows, at least 2 shows, because people are going to say hot dogs. What the heck does that mean? Nobody's like, it's just crazy. But yeah, no, it's been fun. We'll be back again really soon, hopefully, or a month from now. It all depends. But Crow's got tons of channels. Go check out Crow Continuum, Crow EverKid, Crow Pinball, and Crow. What's the last one? Stream.
What is the last one? I know what the last one is.
Crow. What is it?
Crow. I'll give you a hint. It's the only one where I don't talk on it.
Yes, it's Crow Captures.
That's right.
Crow Captures. And that's a place where Crow puts all his video content up there for people to just go and steal.
It's a channel where, I can just put video content that I don't mention. The reason I did that, though, was because back when there was like the adpocalypse and people were getting channel strikes because they put up game footage. Yeah. I took all my game footage that was just, had no commentary on it, which is how I started out my original channel. And I just put it on a different channel just in case.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's still a few game companies out there, still companies out there that'll strike channels if they show trailers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Remember my stream? I don't know if you ever remember this. I was on a stream one time and I was midstream showing commercials from the 80s, and my stream got taken down because of a commercial I showed from 1987 or something, a Transformer commercial.
Oh, because it had music.
Yeah, Transformer. And no, they struck the stream down instantly. and I got a
During the
copyright
stream,
strike.
yes. Yeah.
And I got a copyright strike. And then they removed it, like, instantly. Like, it was hilarious. I was back up, and I was like, yeah, somebody over at YouTube Control must realize that this show was from 1987. Like, it was crazy. So I learned my lesson. Never put a commercials on.
Well, it doesn't matter when. If somebody owns the rights to that, they don't care when it came
But
out.
how do they know? Like,
that's
they must
mine.
have bots out there detecting everything, right?
Well, yeah. It's like, oh, they trust the bots. The bot caught
I like it when they copyright you. They don't strike you. They copyright you, and they say, you know what? You can keep your video up, except you don't get any of the proceeds from it. We'll take in all 4 cents of yours.
Do you know? I don't know. It's been a while since I watched Jim Sterling. You familiar with Jim Sterling at all?
I don't know.
He does what on his videos? He puts up as much copyrighted stuff as possible in his videos. So when everybody copyright strikes it, they don't get any revenue from it because they all have fight over the revenue.
Oh my gosh. So he's just trolling all these big companies.
Yeah, pretty much, because he gets all his revenue from like his memberships and his Patreon or whatever.
Speaking of membership, I do have membership on the channel.
Now, this was years ago. It's been years since I've seen anything Jim Sterling related, but that's what he used to do, at least.
Cool. Hey, what's coming up on your channels this week? Your channels, your continuum, your multiverse, your omniverse.
Like, I only work on one thing at a time. So I'm still working on the Commodore 64 collection.
Right. Are you really enjoying that, Crow? Like, honestly, like,
enjoying making the videos?
No, just the game contents. Because I find that it was hard for me to like a lot of those games.
Yes, actually, there was only one game on that collection I can say I didn't like. Can you guess
which one I like the most?
Yeah, probably. You know, you can if you had to guess. Which game would you guess?
Let me go. Let me take a look at it. All right, you keep talking.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of games on there aren't like my favorites or anything, but I can at least say, okay, I had a good time playing that one.
Street Sports Baseball
is my least favorite. You say?
Yes.
You know what? You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, I thought so, because I don't like it either. It's unplayable.
It is. Well, it is playable. I figured out how to play it. But the thing is, they changed the rules of baseball in there too.
It's not baseball.
And and not only that, but the problem is you can't use the main screen for anything.
I know. It's just ridiculous. It's like, I'm like, gosh, like, you need a full manual just to understand what you got to do. Like, that's like...
Well, no.
Why did they put that game on there?
Put the what?
Why would they put that game on there? Who in their right mind would find that game enjoyable?
It was actually one of the better Street Sports games, you know, and it was by Epix. I have Street Sports Basketball, I think, and I don't remember if I enjoyed playing that one or not. It's an interesting concept, the Street Sports Baseball. The fact that you pick your the kids for your team, and they each have different strengths and weaknesses, and you have to put them in certain positions. And they are really, you could really tell them apart on the field and everything. That's all fantastic, but the execution is terrible. If they were going to put a baseball game on it, there were 2 other baseball games they could have put on there. Well, but they weren't. I don't know if they would have had the licenses to them or not. But GameStar's Star League Baseball would have been awesome, as well as Ecloid's Hardball, the original Hardball. Both those games would have been way better.
See, what excites me about the C64, which let me down on this collection, was that C64 adds so many games that are one-button games. That it would have been amazing. But they chose to put on some of those, but games you have to use the virtual keyboard.
Well, no, actually, no, to be honest, none of those games you actually need
Oh, no, you're right. You have to use the virtual keyboard to get in, to do something in the game, like the menu system or something.
There's only one game where you have to pull the virtual keyboard up to while the game that is time sensitive, and that's Jumpman.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Jumpman actually is my favorite game in that collection.
I don't really like it that much. I've never liked Jumpman on any of the game consoles I've tried it on. I just like, dude, you can jump. What falling from a ledge that you can jump almost the same height of kills you. It makes no sense.
But you know what also doesn't make sense? That's really helps you. If you jump and your head hits the bottom of a floor, you levitate up through the floor.
I know.
It's awesome. That saves you. You use that to your advantage.
I think they have opportunities with the C64 collection to get the second one, which we know they're getting 2 and 3 out of those. Like, you have to. I think there's an opportunity to go, like, kind of go out and just say, like, let's spend some time and get some of the best one-button games we can find that are easy to pick up. Because you got to understand, right, Crow? With the XP launching, I bet there's a lot more casual folks grabbing and getting into this ecosystem now.
Well, I don't think we're going to see another Commodore 64 collection like anytime soon. I think the earliest might be the end of the year.
But they got to pump out some more computer collections. You got to get at least 4 or 5 out this year, right? Because they did it with arcade. We got 4 arcades in 1 year, right?
Well, that because they all came at the same time.
Yeah, I know, but that tells me like you got to build up the collection a little bit, right? So I'm thinking we're getting 4 arcades.
This year, we got 4 arcade games this year.
I think we're going to get 4 arcade this year. So 4 arcade this year. So stick with me. 4 arcade this year. 4 arcades, 5 computer collections to make a rounded 6, and the rest will be indies and console collections.
Wait. A rounded 6?
Because they already have C64 out. So then you'll have 6
okay.
total.
Rounded when you're talking about the okay, yeah.
So that would give like 4 and 5 would be 9, and then it would be 3 more console collections maybe.
Well, they've already shown that they're not going to do things evenly because already we've got a console collection alongside a computer collection, and now we're getting, for the first time ever, the next collection, Indie Heroes, is being released not paired with another release.
That is true. Well, that was done because I think they realized there was too much content coming in December.
No, I think remember on the roadmap, it was always by itself.
Yeah, that's true, but it was in November, and I'm like I even did a video. I'm like, come on, delay some stuff here because this is way too much content coming out. But yeah, it was always by itself. Hey, no beard shaving, Brian. No beard shaving.
My problem was
I
spent way too much time on the Renovation Collection.
That game, that's
which, by the way,
a good collection.
That is actually something I'm going to redo. I made. I'm going to probably do a re-edit of the Renovation Collection that has, instead of every game individually, but everything in one video, like the rest of the collections.
Oh, okay, yeah, that could work.
I've already filmed like an intro and an outro, a new intro and outro, and everything else would just be re-edited from those other videos. That's just a thought I'm having because I don't know how long, once I'm done with the C64 collection, I don't know how long I'm going to spend on All Was Awakening and Cathedral. I don't know how long it's going to take me.
Well, All Was Awakening is about a 10-hour game, 12-hour game, so you can finish that pretty straightforward.
Okay, so it takes as much time that I played on the movie Monster game.
Yeah. And Cathedral depends. Well,
I've already played halfway through Cathedral on the Switch.
I find Cathedral frustratingly fun sometimes. Like, I get frustrated and I gotta walk away and I can't look at it for another week. Like, it's just All Was more traditional game. Like, it's
Well, here's my thing, is when I get frustrated at a game, I don't stop playing it. I can't stop playing it until I get past it.
Yeah, I was like that with Midnight Suns last night when I was telling you before the show started. I got stuck on this mission and I made the dumbass gamer mistake I always make. It's like kept doing the same thing over and over again. And I realized, well, I could just blow up the helicopter, I guess. And I'm like, wait a minute, I could just blow up the helicopter and that ends the mission.
It's like,
so I just did that. I blew up the helicopter and I'm like, I want them.
Dan is right. He says mail order monsters. I would 100% agree with that. The problem is that it's an Electronic Arts game. I'd love to see a Commodore 64 Electronic Arts collection.
You're assuming they still have the license for that, right?
I would assume they would. A lot of the Electronic Arts games, you haven't seen anything of.
Yeah. Well, that company is FIFA now.
Yeah, Archon. The Archon series, there were 2 Archon games, Racing Destruction Set, Mail Order Monsters. What else? There's like Pinball Construction Set, which I don't know how well that would work on the Evercade. But I'm looking behind me. I almost want to grab all the.
See, that's the beauty of the Evercade. There's literally 60,000 games out there, of which they could probably put a good 20,000 games to choose out of, to curate their game collections out of, that would work on the Evercade. Like, it's crazy to think about that.
You know what? I'm surprised, though, with the Evercade VS USB, I'm surprised we can't plug in a keyboard. So we don't have to pull up the virtual keyboard.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't have that. They're so worried about hacking, I think, right? Like, you know, the EverSD stuff and hacking. But at the end of the day, that can't dictate your business model.
Look, honestly, yeah. If they're worried about hacking, I guarantee the people that would be interested in hacking it wouldn't need the Evercade to play the games that are on the system.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't like. That's what I don't understand. Is like, why? Like, if you're already into like Chinese knockoffs and ROMs and emulation,
yes.
Why are you a part of the Evercade world? Like, why does that? Like, because you already are in a better world. Like, you are in a better world for yourself.
It's about, for me, it's something to collect. It's a hobby, right?
Yeah, that's all. For me, it's all about collecting. Looking, like, you asked me a question. What your least favorite game on the thing is? I looked down with a smile on my face to all of my Evercade collections to my left of me, grabbed the C64 physical box, looked at it, and I'm like, knew it right away. I knew it right away. It's the baseball game. And then I started looking at the manual while you were talking. That's the joy I have for the Evercade.
Well, I wasn't really sure what you would say because I've heard like almost every single one of those games somebody claimed it was the worst game. And so it's just, I just don't know what people are going to say.
And I think that's why it annoys people who say, like, you know, we're like these shills for Evercade and we're always positive about Evercade, but they don't ever actually listen to why we love talking and playing the Evercade. It's not so much all the games. It's the fact that the community, but the cartridges, the collection, the physical aspect of it, the manuals, all of those things. We are collectors. We like collecting video game stuff and memorabilia, like in Funko Pops. Like that's the sickness we have, but it's a fun sickness for us.
Oh,
but they don't. Those emulation people don't get that about us, and nor do they care. But that's a big important reason why the Evercade is successful for the niche community that it is because 90% of us who are positive about it because we enjoy all those aspects of it too, and the games.
Well, yeah, it's about the experience. Even if you're experiencing a bad game, you
exactly.
know it's bad because you played it.
It's on the stupid cart. Yes, I don't care if it's a ROM.
It's funny because, like, if it's a bad game, I've sometimes spent more time on those games because, like, why is this game so bad? I got to figure this out.
Well, I'm playing Breath of Fire now, and I'm really liking that. But I go into it knowing it's a grind fest. You have to grind levels.
That's the thing is, I like games where you grind, so I was kind of disappointed when RPGs started doing away with that kind of thing, as well as random encounters. I liked random encounters.
Well, this one's got this. That's why Breath of Fire, I don't know if you've ever played it, but I'm actually enjoying, like, going back, and I need a strategy guide. I'm looking for a strategy guide for it. I want an actual physical strategy guide for it. Because I want to know what I need to do.
Okay, you know what? You don't really need that because even back in the early 2000s, late 90s even, I would just go to GameFAQs.
Yeah.
There's tons of guires there.
But I guarantee on something if I like a game, I'll collect the strategy guide. Like, I have less than 10 strategy guides, but the ones I do have are games I thoroughly enjoy playing.
No.
Like, I've got the Elden Ring official strategy guide. That book is amazing. I gave it to my wife as a joke. I'm like, here, it'll help you finish the game.
Treja
did not like that.
I used a guide on GameFAQs to get through Treja and find out how broken it was.
Well, I use GameFAQs for a few games. You know where I used to use GameFAQs way back in the day. They used to have some information on MMOs, just about quests, but then all the MMOs got their own wikis, and then I never used to go to GameFAQs.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
So now I go to wikis a lot. Like when I'm stuck on an MMO, I don't know. Like I only play there's 2 MMOs that I know everything about: Star Wars, The Old Republic, and Lord of the Rings Online. I don't need a wiki. I am the wiki on that. I've played every quest, every story, I'm 100%ing those games, every new expansion. But like if I have to play WoW, I've never played WoW. I got Dragonflight. Prepping for that, I used their wikis so many times to understand what I needed to be ready for, like what their stats meant and stuff like that. But I do like physical strategy guides where you can flip through the paper and you can see somebody put care into figuring it out and giving you tips and tricks. I do like that.
Yeah, I have some of those. The only problem with those now is they try to print them out when the game is new, but shortly then thereafter the game gets updated, and then the guys
or the new games, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why the Elden Ring came out like I think 6 months later after the game. So the one I have now is the second printing of it. So,
Well,
but it has all of the game that I finished is in there. Now I'm going through and seeing what I missed, and I missed a good chunk of the game, even though I finished it and spent 78 hours in it.
Oh, you know what? I take. You know what the last guide I used was Breath of the Wild. I used a guide
because played that game.
Really, I used it to find.
I did play it. I played it for 10 hours, and I'm like, I don't like this. I am that guy that didn't like Breath of the Wild.
It's the first. Yeah, it's the first 3D Zelda game I actually liked.
Yeah, it for me it's like Zelda is cool. Breath of the Wild, I gotta give it thing. There's so many cool things on it. I just couldn't get past the fact that I get used to a weapon, they'd break. I felt lost in the world because I didn't have the breadcrumbs necessary. But I just didn't at the same time, like it just wasn't a game that dragged. Like, you know what drew me in? My two favorite games on Switch is Mario. Jesus, what's it called?
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, and Mario Kart. Like that's dominated.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart. Yeah.
That Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Odyssey dominated my Switch. Like there was no time for Zelda. Those were the two games we played.
Okay, you know why? You know why? The only reason I bought Zelda Breath of the Wild is because we had a Switch. We bought the Switch on launch day, and it was literally the only game that looked even a little bit interesting.
Yeah, and that's why I played it. And then Mario Kart come out in June of that year. So Mario Kart Deluxe came out fairly quickly, I think, right after.
Yeah, well, by the time Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out, I was already done with Breath of the Wild. Yeah. So it was good for me.
But yeah, no, it's I will go back and play Breath of the Wild though, because I know now if I have time. Hey, Hasselhoff, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the channel. I got to remind Hasselhoff, I got membership going, Hasselhoff. It's there for you, buddy, but you won't be first. Unfortunately, you got beat to the draw. He's always bugging me. Get Patreon, get things, and he never comes to my channel anymore. It's sad. But anyway, Happy New Year, Mr. Hasselhoff.
Yeah, and you were gonna end the stream 20 minutes ago.
Oh well, we got talking. Why? I got nothing. Yeah. Like, you know. Hey, I'm still on holidays for 6 more days.
Really? Yeah. Well, I got 1 more day off, and so 4 days off in a row is almost as good as I can do.
Well, my plan is, I think school starts here on Tuesday, and hey, we got a new member. Hope you had a good holiday, Mr. Hasselhoff. Hopefully you had a great holiday. You had thank you for joining the channel. Patreon's too complex for me, buddy. I just don't know much about it, but really appreciate it. But school starts, so that means I'm home alone for 4 hours each day, or 5 hours while the kids are in school. So I'm going to be playing a lot of Marvel Midnight Suns. I'm going to try to finish it in the next week. Think I can do it?
I don't even know what that is.
Marvel's Midnight Suns. Check it out, Crow.
Yeah, I know you were talking about it earlier, but I'm just not really familiar with it.
You weren't really listening, right?
I was listening, and I was like, I don't know what he's talking about.
What style of game is it?
You said it was like, it was a style of game that I'm not familiar with.
Galaxy of Heroes, Raid.
Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends. That's what you're bringing up, and I was also bringing up the fact that I don't really know how that's played either.
Yeah, let me bring up a video of it. I gotta show it to you. I should get my Steam Deck next week, or next time we do this show. I will have my Steam Deck hooked up, okay? Because I've got video out on my Steam Deck.
So you could use it like a PC.
Just like my my Playdate I was playing just earlier, I can do that with my Steam Deck. Marvel Midnight. Did you finish all the stuff you're looking forward to in 23?
Like I said, there was really nothing I can think of that I'm looking forward to other than finding out what information is going to come out. That's always what I find interesting.
All right, you
I
ready?
Probably have games on limited run games that.
So this is the style gameplay right here.
Reinforcements coming. Okay, so cards, and I'm like, is this a turn-based role-playing game? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's more than that, dude. It's so much more than that. It's really epic, man. I wouldn't buy it because this was the first video I ever saw of it, and I'm like, that's not my jam. But I watched a Victor Lucas video, the guy from Electric Playground.
Yes.
And I really respect his opinion on games. And I'm like, he was falling in love with it. And I said, I got to check it out. And I had Steam Bucks for Christmas. And so I'm like, I'm going to go and get this game. And it's the best thing I ever did. It's so funny. It's still full of warmth and fun and cheesiness.
So this game is out now.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Let me look it up at least.
Dude, it is, Crow, it is amazing. Hey, Mike Ockert! Happy New Year, buddy. Oh, seeing some of the old timers coming in.
Called Marvel something or other?
Midnight Sun. TV, Hasselhoff. It's amazing, dude. Like, it caught me by surprise. I'm loving it. I'm almost addicted to it. I'm having so much fun.
Wait a minute. You got to enter in my birth date to see the page?
Yeah, man. I just don't want to show any spoilers for you guys, so.
Well, it's not on sale.
It's on sale?
I said it's not on sale. But I will add it to a wish list just to see whenever it does.
Hey, Scott P. How you doing, bud? Oh my God, this is our longest show yet, man. 1 hour and 41 minutes. But no, Crow, it is like, it might not be your cup of tea, right? I don't know if you like. It's definitely genre-wise not my cup of tea, but I did play Galaxy of Heroes and enjoyed that on mobile 4 years ago and loved it. But it's a pay-to-win game, and I stopped playing it when you had to spend money. But so I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is a full console experience. They do have a skin shop. You can buy skins, but that's it. But which game doesn't now, right? So.
Lots of games don't.
I know, but this is a AAA game. It's like a gacha mechanic, right?
Yeah, it's funny. It's like it being and it has the Nuvo too.
What's that?
It's third-party DRM. It's sometimes at one point it was considered almost to be a virus, a root virus, because of the way it installs itself on your system.
Well, I just put this out.
That's why there's a warning. That's why there's a warning about it on the Steam page.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's right in the details. For whatever reason, I can't get the Steam page to scroll, so I can't figure out like what genre they put. Oh, it is turn-based tactical art. Okay, there are some games that I've enjoyed in that format, like Project Cross. What was it called? Project Cross something.
Crosscode?
No, it was on the Nintendo 3DS. Project Cross. Shoot, I now gotta go see what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, see, this is not, like, I've said it so many times on multiple shows and videos. This is not my genre that I like. But I gotta be honest, man. I love this game. I love it. There's so much to do in this game. It's just like, crafting, little dungeons, training. Updating your room, your bedroom.
This
you have
game,
a bedroom. What's
Project Cross Zone. Project Cross Zone.
Oh, cool! On the DS, is that good?
Project Cross Zone 2.
Do you have
this has characters from it's Capcom, Namco, and Sega all in one game.
Wow, what's it called?
Project Cross Zone. It's basically, if you were to look at it, it says Project X Zone, but the X is cross.
Project.
So Project X Zone is what you would type in when you're searching for it.
Oh my God, that's expensive.
Is it really? How much is
$158 $158.
For which one?
Just part 2.
Really, just for part 2 by itself?
Yeah, part 1 is $146.
Really, you telling me I have $200 in my hands right now?
American for sure. It's 300 Canadian.
I had no idea these games were that much.
Well, yeah, because they're pretty obscure, right?
Well, I don't know. They weren't obscure to me because I looked.
How many games have you got that like you got a lot of expensive games? Do you still sell games on eBay, Crow? You still do?
I haven't for a while. In fact, the next thing I'm looking into, if I'm going to be selling anything again, when I get into that, it's going to be DVDs and Blu-rays because
they're getting hot now, right?
Are they? To me, it's because
they've been hot for a little while. DVDs have been hot for a little while.
I was like, I wanted, like, if I had the time, I just was grab a whole bunch of them and look up, see how much they're going for on eBay. I'd have to get the boxes and stuff, and then I'd list them. And it wouldn't be exactly which ones I think are worth the most money. It's just which ones I don't want anymore.
Yeah.
I tell you for sure.
Getting hot again.
Because I'm going to keep like every copy of Army of Darkness I have on Blu-ray.
Yeah, and those would probably be the ones that would be the most valuable because again, they had short prints, right? Like those. That's what you got to look at for DVD and Blu-ray. Well, most Blu-rays, regardless if it's a AAA movie or not, or big movies, are short prints these days. They don't do a lot of prints of DVDs and Blu-rays. Crow's gone to the back of his room. He's long corridor.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you because I always thought it was funny because like I have Army of Darkness, right? And then I've got Army of Darkness, and then I've got here's HD DVD Army of Darkness, and then I've got here's a steel book of Army of Darkness, and then here's a different steel book of Army of Darkness.
I can't believe you got HD DVD. Do you have the HD DVD player for your 360?
That's how I was watching them. Because when it got discontinued, when the HD DVD got discontinued, it was deep discounted. And I bought 2 of them.
I wonder if the 360 included the HD DVD in their main console at launch.
No.
Would they have been with the format of beaten Blu-ray? Because the 360 was beating PlayStation for the first 6 years.
That's an interesting question. But here's the thing: is that the Xbox 360 came out before the PlayStation did. PlayStation
a year before, but HD DVD was out already then.
Was it? Yeah, I guess it was.
I think it was. But imagine if they included that in the 360, we could be in the HD Each Blu-ray might not be a thing.
What's funny is that how they say that history repeats itself, but the fact that Blu-ray became the dominant format over HD DVD meant that history did not repeat itself, because usually whenever Sony introduces a new media format, it doesn't take over. That was the only time it did.
Yeah, because beta failed.
Yeah, beta failed. The mini disc failed. So I thought for sure Blu-ray would fail just because it was Sony.
Because it was Sony, yeah.
And
I think it's because Sony's movie partnership with the studios helped a lot. And there's always this saying, whichever industry or format that pornography chooses is the format that'll win. Because pornography chose VHS over beta.
Well, okay, you know what? I don't think that might be part of it, but
how did we end up here?
The real reason VHS won over beta was because you could record longer on the tapes than you could on beta.
But the quality of picture was better on beta, right?
It was, yeah. Beta was the superior format, but the fact that you could record for longer on VHS made it the format that everybody wanted. Yeah. Usually it's the technically inferior product that becomes more widely adapted. They
first chose HD DVD until they got strong-armed by Sony, probably. Oh, how'd we end up here? Oh, my. Wow, man, we're almost at 2 hours, Crow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not to me.
My voice is starting to go. I forgot to bring water up to
when I was doing streams, I was like, I didn't know when to stop, and I would stream for like 3 hours, 4 hours.
No, we had we've had a bunch of people come in, man.
Well, I'm talking about when I would stream myself, like playing games.
Usually, my streaming time is dictated by spend time with the kids, the family, stuff I want to do. I have a limited amount of time, but tonight the kids are at the grandparents, and I got a little bit more time. So
the only thing I got to do is walk the dog tonight.
Walk the dog.
And I would have walked her before the show, but she actually let me sleep in for once. So
crazy.
I didn't get out of bed till 10 o'clock.
They heard porn and logged in. Hey, Steve, how you doing, Stevie?
So yeah, she like on Christmas Day, she woke me up at 3:30 in the morning.
Sweet.
The day before that, she woke me up at like 1:30 in the morning. The one morning, she woke me up so early. I took her out for a walk. So I walked and I was okay. Let's go back. And I started walking back to the house. And I actually was so tired. I walked past the house and I didn't realize it till I got to the next street. And I was like, oh shoot, I walked back too far.
Oh my gosh. Well, dogs, they don't care, right? They just like, they're like, yeah, no, you know what? I'm up. You get up now too. It's over. We're done.
Yeah. You know, during this podcast, she was over here licking my shoe at one point.
Hey, wait, why did you get your shoes on in your house?
I always wear shoes in my house.
Your outdoor shoes?
Well, yeah, okay, I'm wearing my inside shoes. I'm wearing shoes that I only wear inside.
Okay.
I will. Oh, it doesn't matter. If before I had these shoes, I would wear any shoes inside the house. It don't matter.
Yeah, but why is that a thing? Because in Canada, where I live and I grew up, you never wore your shoes in your house. Why is that a thing in the U.S.?
What would you wear? Would you just go around with your socks?
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust that. I never know what I'm going to step in.
But what's in your house that you're going to step in?
I don't know. It could be like staples or nails laying on the ground somewhere.
What house do you live in?
I wouldn't go under the house without my shoes.
No, but I mean in your living house. Like, I don't understand that. Because, yeah, that's a big thing in the States that you can wear your... I don't know if it's more than just the States.
It depends. It really depends. Like my sister's house, we'd take our shoes off because they like to keep the house clean.
Yeah.
So they don't, like, if any like speck of dirt gets on the floor, they're immediately cleaning that up. I'm not like that.
For us, it's like, no, that's like in my part of Canada where I grew up, you always took your shoes off.
I guess it just depends on how you grew up. And when I grew up, we never took our shoes off in the house.
Yeah. No, but it's funny because like when I go visit my brother and family who live in the US, they wear their shoes. They wear their shoes too. So, all right, we're gonna call it because you know what, my voice is going and Crow got to go walk the dog. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. We'll be back on the next Hot Dogs podcast.
Crap, he ate me.
What?
I forgot that this guy'd kill me in one shot.
Anyway, I want to thank all the chat. I want to thank all my channel members. You know, I really appreciate everyone. Happy New Year, everyone. And we'll get that. Oh, sorry, Siri. Siri's saying something. And we'll talk to you guys in a few weeks, or next week, or the week after. We could be back anytime.
Yeah,
thanks for joining us.
You never know what the name of the show is going to be either.
Exactly.
The only thing that's been consistent is the day and time.
Yeah, exactly. We're always consistent on day and time, and it's always early. Bye, everyone.
All right.